It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
Hey, were you recording that?
Probably. Yeah, it's all recorded.
Tough.
Send it to you.
I was gonna say we could make that like the intro music to the podcast.
Oh, it could be the cold open for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You could keep doing it. Whatever you guys want to do. As I introduce you.
Nah, it's cool.
No, it's cool. Now it feels cool. Shit, I'll leave the room. Fuck, it's your guys' podcast now. I'll leave.
Yeah, get it out of here.
It's your house. You can have the house too. Let me just give you the rights to the house.
Yeah, I like this carpet.
Yeah, this carpet.
Dude, this carpet. You want me to cut out like a like a 4x4 of the carpet and just give it to you?
Oh yes, please.
A souvenir.
Yeah, a little souvenir. If you guys could just bring the mics closer to your face.
I'm about to have such good static electricity on me right now.
Well, now you got to choose. Think of someone that you want to shock. I've never had that power. I've only accidentally shocked.
You ever shocked yourself?
On accident,
You
dude.
ever touch a doorknob and you're like...
Oh yeah. I'm like accident prone. Like if there's a surface, I'm probably slipping on it. If there's a door, I'm running into it. If there's a dog, probably gonna bite me. Yeah, type thing.
Ouchie.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
You die.
Zoinks.
Swinks. You guys, I would read a manga of you two. You guys should like definitely like come out with a series.
Yes.
Yeah, there's been talk of that in
definitely make a manga of
the
us.
past years for sure.
I mean, if you're guys,
Mangosteen.
oh,
Should we put these on?
if you guys want, you want to.
I don't want to.
I don't really want to either.
That was a crazy turn for someone that hears his voice on so many different.
You know when you ask a question but you already know the answer. Like
Uh-huh.
I think I could have just freed that one.
It's fine. It's like
Free the question.
Free the question. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of intrusive thoughts on this podcast. I can tell you that.
that's
you
what
that.
this podcast. That's what I want. I kind of want this podcast to be unfiltered. It's not
that's
going to
good.
be the typical interview. I mean, like I did do research and prep for this, but at the end of the day, I just want to talk to you guys as humans.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
Zoom in slowly, and then sample that. We got that. You want me to send it to you?
Ooh, what?
Oh shit!
Wow. Whoa. Nah, that one had some
you damn near get one up.
some reverb on that shit.
It's really the only thing that I have over a lot of people.
That sounded like the T-Pain snap.
That was crazy. Sounded like I was about to listen to fucking Busta Rhymes. What's it called?
Oh, when you guys were younger, did you guys freestyle? Were you guys like back at the car type freestylers?
I wouldn't say it's freestyle. It was more just like making beats, like we did at the beginning. That was kind of like us and our dad would do shit like that. Like he was like a musician and he was always making instruments out of weird stuff. Like he would like build an instrument out of like a stick and like a rubber band or something, you know, and like make a musical instrument. And so we were always just like auditory making sounds, like beatboxing, kind of like. He was an a cappella person, so that's kind of where that came from.
Okay.
He started an a cappella group at Cal, actually. It's still there today.
Is it the all male one?
Nah.
What's the group called?
Artists in Resonance.
I know, so I
It was
did,
Quintessence.
That's his other one.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
He did, yeah.
well, because I did like a cappella in
Shout out to
college.
Artists in Resonance.
Haha.
At Cal Berkeley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I've definitely been in competition with them because I went to Davis and I was like
Oh,
part of
you
the
did a cappella?
scene
Oh
there.
shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
dude.
That's
'cause
crazy.
I was just trying to stay like creative.
What,
and so,
what's your timbre?
what do you think it is?
I feel like you could be a vocal percussionist.
No.
Bass?
Oh, wow.
Bass? I was gonna say bass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Baritone?
Do you hear how high this voice is?
Oh, okay.
I'm like a tenor. I'm a tenor for sure.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
far from being a bass. I wish I was a bass because people that like, if I had the voice of James Earl Jones, done. Done. I'd be perfect for this podcast. But
Yeah, wait, okay, let me hear your James Earl Jones impression. Do you got one?
I'm James Earl Jones. It's not that good, no.
That was low.
You
that
broke
was low.
eye contact when I did it,
My
meaning
fault.
that it's okay. We didn't have to hold eye contact. because I
Did you
did
want me to look at you throughout that whole process?
You want me to try again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Role play Luke real quick.
Luke, I am your father.
Hey, that was good. That was
Better, right?
Yeah.
No, I feel like the way that this podcast is starting out, I feel like we're just like four dudes. Yasion's in the studio. We're just like four kids in high school or middle school just meeting up after school and just kicking it type of thing.
Yeah.
Which is the vibe I want to go for.
Hey, man. We are here.
But no, all jokes aside, welcome to the podcast, guys. We got Seiji Oda and we got Lil Ricefield, but now you're going by Oda Kai. You're going by your real name. And there's something about like you two that like I really dig, but I think it's because I have a brother who's my best friend. And so I don't know if you guys get this a lot, but it's kind of like a mirror, like seeing that how much you guys support each other and love each other and like really push each other is kind of what I see in my brother. And I don't know, it's like you had like this video of a performance that you had at Regency Ballroom, and it was you opened up for Umi.
Oh yeah.
And there's something beautiful in the way that clip was made, that whole like thing, because you were FaceTimed during that.
Say what's up to Mr. Ricefield, man. This is my brother from Japan. Yeah. We love you, brother. Who in here likes Japanese city pop?
And like that's something that I do. Like a big performance, if I were to have a big performance in front of a big crowd doing the thing that I love the most, I'd FaceTime my brother. So were you guys close growing up?
Let him answer that one.
I would say we were close for sure. I mean, you know, we were 4 years apart, big brother, little brother. We definitely had some unhealthy dynamics for sure. But I feel like by the time I was like 13 or some shit, we were basically hella cool.
Yeah.
Damn near, yeah.
That's how it has to be, because you know I cannot believe a sibling ship if it didn't have any bit of tension.
Oh yeah, you got to get as an older brother, you got to get your licks in before they get too tall. You know what I mean? And they can really actually fight you.
And now he's taller than you, right?
Yeah, let's see how that happens, man. It's crazy.
It does suck. Well, my older brother was just taller than me, and I just never reached his height. He's like 6'2", and I don't know what the fuck happened to me.
Damn.
Yeah. So he always had the upper hand physically on me. So I mean, at least you had a shot when you were growing up.
When do you think I got taller than you? Maybe like
I have no idea.
probably like high school.
Was it like out of
he was
nowhere?
gone. He was gone.
Maybe in
already.
real life, but spiritually, never.
What happened? Like, were your parents tall at all?
No, actually, our dad's pretty tall for an Asian man. He's got some good height. He's like 5'11", 5'10".
He's 5'11" and 3/4, as he often says.
Yes.
3/4. Oh, he's just
Yeah. You had to give him all three of those quarters.
yeah. He just has to wear some forces, and then he's 6 feet.
Facts.
I'm trying to think of him wearing
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Is that something he'd not wear?
He for surely would not. He'd be wearing like boat shoes with no socks.
Oh, one of those dads.
He's got a very rare swag, about him.
Is he like
Definitely,
socks and sandals type of dad?
Nah.
He's
not
more like
that.
just feet.
Your dad's a tall Asian hobbit. He's
He's very utility
He's
oriented.
utilitarian with his
sure.
drip. Like shout out Tom Bogo.
Wait, what does utilitarian with drip mean? Is that like Dickies and
It's like the perfect balance between functional and saucy.
He's wearing what's comfortable and most useful. The pants that zip off and turn to shorts.
he has those.
Yeah, I used to have those back in
We used to have those.
Yeah, I used to have those for sure. Back in elementary school, you ever run around the playground? Hold on, check this out real quick.
Oh, mamas, bro. Shit make me faster.
I would have a pair of those, but I would only show my knees because I was too lazy to take everything off.
See, that was
kinda
a
freaky.
swag too. That was. I used to do that too. I'm not gonna lie. Or you zip them all the way off and let them just like hang
droop
at your
at the
feet.
bottom.
Yeah.
Or you could take one of them off and leave the other one on.
See, that's kind of horny.
Is it? Is it
that's a
showing
little
too much
freaky.
leg?
Low key, free calf for the people.
Oh man, and I had good calves in middle school, but that's because I grew up fat and I was carrying my fat ass around. But that's the only thing that was getting work. Done. Yeah.
What's up with Asian people and big calves? Like, why is that? Is that
That's where all the sodium goes, and then just water retention.
calves of
The
pure
MSG.
Damn.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's where the rice goes, because right after you eat, you try to walk it off, and so your calves are getting all the carbohydrates.
I'm trying to think. MSG, calves, mountainously strong joints.
But spell with a G.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that something you do in your brain a lot? Is that if you see an acronym, you try to change it to something else?
We do that very frequently. Sometimes
Yeah.
we'll go for like maybe 30 minutes just coming up with the
Yeah, I could
most
think of-
heinous acronym
Think of
alternatives.
a lot for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of your guy. You guys do wordplay for a living, right? So
Yeah.
do it with my podcast right now, ICBTB.
International cat booty thong booty.
That's is that something having to do with bestiality? Cat booty?
Hey man, you know,
Cat thong booty?
you can't tell me really where this comes from. It just comes to me. It's like God speaking through me. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It just happens.
Well, art happens when you get rid
Yeah.
rid of a filter, right?
If can, but Tyrannosaurus Rex
Damn.
with a silent B.
Silent B.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those exist. Silent Bs exist. Did you guys ever try to like were you guys rapping with friends like early on?
Like
it-
maybe like not hella early on. I feel like when I was a kid, I would for sure like he would be doing that shit like doing jam sessions and shit with his friends like in middle school when I was in like 4th, 5th grade or whatever. But I feel like I didn't really start making like even like playing around with like rapping until probably my freshman year of high school, like early freshman year. Just like feel me at the homie's crib, just shooting shit, writing bars and shit. But honestly, I wasn't even freestyling like that hella growing up until like the music started taking off, and then feel me, I'd be in the back of the car with him and his best friend driving, and they would just kind of force me to freestyle, and that's how I got into it. Yeah,
Forced to freestyle, and then I look where it's led you, right?
yeah.
But that's kind of cool. I mean, that's a dope origin story. I mean, it always has to, and I like that you guys had a father that was like deep into music, and so like it was kind of this domino effect that got you guys into it, which is dope. And I was just telling Seiji downstairs that like the versatility is apparent and is what like really draws me to it, because like for instance, one of my favorite records that you got out there is Baggage Claim, because that wordplay and
That's
how
a
you
niche
kind of
one.
you stay on that rhyme scheme of like gumption, you know, fuck with slut shit, you know, like you go on for like a minute, and then right after that track is Cauterize on that album, and like so vastly,
Damn, that's a crazy transition for sure.
Yeah.
so vastly different. And then you do it within your tracks. So like something that popped off in 2024 was Last Summer. And with that, there's also storytelling, you know, something like even with the music video, it's just like this beautiful, like romantic telling of a relationship. And then like now you guys are distant lovers, and then it turns into This Summer. And then it just fucking goes off. And it's like this beautiful, like intertwining of, once again, I was telling you downstairs, something profound, but also like some Bay Area slappers that you guys got. And like, you know, you were kind of forced to rap when you're young, but like, how did it feel like when the success just kind of like randomly happened? Like it kind of just fell in your lap with like Ho Ho and Trapanese.
Shit, I feel like with Ho Ho, like it was still at the point where it's like, feel me, like people at my high school was hella fucking with it, like other high schools in like in Oakland type shit or like Berkeley. So like at that point, it wasn't really like it hadn't even turned into that yet. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, this is kind of crazy. Like everyone be slapping my shit, but it's like not everyone. You know what I mean? And then with Japanese, it was like, damn, like now I have to actually think about this shit as something. You know? But definitely was crazy. Feel me? Just like, you know, being in high school, like people asking to take pictures and shit, like asking you to sign your notebook, and I'm just like, bro, like I was not in that mindset at all. You know what I mean? Like it took probably like a couple years for me to really like start thinking about it that way, because I was never really thinking about music as like the shit that I was finna be doing. Like
That was his third song, I think, that we ever recorded.
Which is crazy, man.
Japanese
that was the second song I ever did, like I ever wrote myself.
Yeah.
Ho Ho was the first.
That was your second actual song.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
like
nuts.
not even actual song, like not like any song. Like that was the third
I never.
act-
That was
full song.
The fourth
crazy.
time I'd ever recorded. The second song I'd ever like done myself.
Yeah.
And shit. Yeah.
And you can like hear how young you are on that track.
For sure.
Like your voice is high. Your voice is because I started listening
yeah.
to in preparation for this. I started listening to your discography backwards, so newest to oldest. And then once I hit like Ho Ho, I was just like, oh man, your voice is way.
Yeah.
That was
way
damn near eighth
different.
grade. Was that freshman year? Or that
Nah,
was eighth
that was,
grade.
that was freshman year. I was like 15.
Freshman year of high school, bro.
Fuck, dude, to be making slappers at like 15 is crazy,
That
man.
beat still holds up too.
It
That
does.
shit knock. That was one of my favorite beats I've ever made, Loki. We played it at the last show we did. We did like so when we did his whole like rebrand at the show, we played Trapanese, and then as we were rapping through it, like we took him through all like the old songs like Ho Ho, Symphony. What was the other ones? Neji.
I think there's just those 4.
Yeah, damn near just those 4. But yeah.
Yeah.
It was hella cool to just like see people's reactions to hearing all those old songs, because I think a lot of people that were fans of him at that point like may not know his new music, but there's also people that are fans of the new music now that don't even know that that's him or that's us. You know what I mean? People are like, oh yeah, I heard that song back in middle school or whatever. I didn't even make the connection. You know?
That's Oda Kai, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean it's a whole journey like where you've come from, because like I mean even with this rebrand with Arigracias is so fucking good.
Let me see what the fuck is happening. I was sicker than a famine, bounced back. Now I'm spazzing. Tapped into Tokyo with Tomodachi. I ain't Yuki. Eating rice, no hibachi. Every time I spit out sui. I'm too slick. Call my chips umi cause they bluey. Ain't no loose lips. Snitching out no Brody gone out chewing. I'm like, who shit? Bitches saw me and I ain't moving. I got new strips. Bacon, egg, and cheese. So what we doing? I can't get it out my sight. Oh, kane mochi, not eat kai. Demo mo, not te ta. Cause I'm rich up in my mind. I got goals like Ronaldo. All in my design, pie show. I'm a player and you not. Shogunai.
I'm feeling good today physically, but that's because I've been listening to your guys' shit at the gym, so I'm feeling like real good. So thank you for that.
Oh, feels so good.
Fuck yeah, dude. Last summer? Okay, fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, it's... Nah, man, like, and it's... I also like the duality that you guys incorporate with your visuals and the music. It's a lot of, like, nature with slappers type of thing. Like, I feel like half of the stories that you guys post is just kind of like you guys making music in the wilderness type of thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we fuck with the wilderness, man.
Yeah.
I like food.
Oh yeah, he does a lot of. You got to follow his other page, Eat Rice Dummy. Is it Eat Rice Dummy? He does a lot of chefing and cooking on there.
I haven't posted hella like actual cooking videos in a while, but like I used to post like recipe videos and shit. I'll probably get back into it a little bit more. I've just
Chef
been
Rice.
more on the music shit. I feel like when I was doing the food stuff, it was like I was kind of in my like metamorphosis phase of the music. So I was like, what can I do in the meantime? And I was like, I like food. I'm trying to
Interesting.
do that.
Okay, so like, what are you cooking up?
Damn near anything of the Asiatic genre.
Let's say, like, let's paint the picture. Let's say it's like you're really trying to impress your girl. What do you like whipping up?
I guess damn near. It's crazy you say that because the first time we ever met actually was like she had hit me up. She was like, not even on some like feel me like let's go on a date type shit. She just like DM'd me because she had seen like the food content or whatever. She was like, we should cook sometime together. Like,
Nice.
she says it wasn't on some shit, but I was like, I mean that's kind of, you know what I mean. Like you hit me up trying to eat.
Yeah, girls aren't really known for sliding into DMs for food. So,
But I made her Hiroshima style okonomiyaki, if you know what that is.
I do
Okonomiyaki.
not.
It's like a Japanese.
Damn, you made the Hiroshima style for her? Crazy.
Yeah, it's like a pancake of vegetables and batter. So I don't know, like I mean, there's shit like that in other.
Yeah, it's like an onion pancake, low key.
it's
Oh,
literally
I feel like I've seen
that,
this.
With
basically,
cabbage.
Yeah.
Mostly cabbage and then like what
Yeah.
noodles.
The Hiroshima style is like yakisoba noodles,
Uh-huh.
or just like soba noodles, like kind of fried into it type shit, and like a pancake.
So this was the first thing you made for her, and so you like cooked this, and you were just like, yeah, this it's
Pulled up to
locked
her
in.
crib too, like a
locked-
private chef.
Wow, what?
Yeah, brought all the ingredients in a Trader Joe's bag.
You're a gentleman. The Trader Joe's bag,
I mean?
regardless of what's inside,
nah.
that turns women on.
TJ's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Take her to TJ's, man.
How about you? So wilderness is more so your thing. Do you camp a lot? Is that?
Actually, I haven't been camping since I was probably like a kid. I don't really like sleep out there. I'm more of like just exploring. I fuck with going into nature during the daytime.
Okay.
I would love to camp again. I think I just
should
really
for sure
haven't.
go camping.
I really have had the opportunity to.
Our sister loves camping. She be going camping a lot.
You guys should, a whole family trip to do it.
For sure.
I mean, that's like where my best memories come from. It's just kind of like, I mean, because we live in this day and age where this fucking phone gets in the way of everything. And this is why I like the podcast, is because like I'm not DMing you guys and we're just talking and shooting the shit right now.
Yeah, you get to have like a real life interaction. I feel like being out in nature, like it always grounds you to just be like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm just like a fucking human being. I'm just like the way that we interact with shit is always so like passive. You just see things, you consume shit, you like watch other people do things, and then you're like, oh, I can just kind of put my left foot in front of my right foot and just
and just exist.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you could? Do you think it's survive in the wild?
For sure.
You could do it.
I feel like I watched a good amount of like nature survivalist shit growing up.
I really haven't. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I feel like I could figure it out, but
Okay.
I'm still pretty skinny at this point, bro. I feel like I might have to prepare a little bit if I knew, like, if
That's
it
a
was
good
right
point.
now, you just throw me out into the wilderness. Like,
Depends
that's what I
where.
said.
Like
I
in the
haven't been
tropics,
camping,
we might be cool, you know. But if you put us in like Alaska or some shit, it damn near might be a little something.
If it's on some like hatchet shit, you just get dropped out there, no nothing, no like no
Right.
tools.
That's rough.
You know,
No, but
I
I'm
have
saying,
faith that I could figure it out, but I wouldn't want to.
That
let's
was
say
like my
Castaway
fantasy,
style
Like on an island.
on an island.
I
so
mean, I
there's
feel like
trees,
either
there's
way,
animals.
you're kind of fucked, right? Like, why? What are you even really surviving for? If you're on it,
I'm hoping
that's,
life.
That's
I'm
hella
hoping to-
existential.
I mean, like, I don't know.
What are we even surviving for right now, man?
Damn,
Connection.
dude.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Can't get none of that.
But I'm saying, like, if you're cast away on an island, like your purpose or your goal is to eventually get found or
Right.
rescued, right? So you're trying to survive until then.
Or like if you're with your lady friend, then you could probably just
Repopulate.
repopulate right there, and then you start a whole new species.
I don't know. That's kind of
Kind of
crazy.
crazy though. Yeah.
Because just think a couple steps ahead after that. If it's just y'all
the
two,
repopulation is not
what's
going to go
happening
very far.
in that next generation?
I don't know.
I don't know
would
if I
feel-
can condone that.
Yeah.
That means the entire generation would all just have my nose, and I don't want that for anyone.
You know, I mean, I was
More going towards like mutations.
the genetic like, you know, the little dogs, English bulldog kind of vibe. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that to anybody. So
No, yeah,
it's a sad existence.
a pug version of a human. Horrible, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't wish that on anybody.
I feel like if I was in the wilderness, I've said this before, definitely not a hunter-gatherer. If it was just us three in there, I would have to rely on your guys' like long limbs to be able to be agile, and I would just kind of distract. I would distract the panther. I'd be like, hey,
Okay.
look at me, because I'm not running away from that thing. You guys just put out a fucking thing like of you two gigging on a tree, so you guys are good. You guys, I can't even climb a tree. Don't remember the last time I climbed a tree.
You should. I bet you could.
You think I could do pretty well?
Yeah.
It's rewarding.
Yeah.
Were you guys the type of kids that would like really be physical out in the playground?
For sure.
I was definitely climbing trees as
Uh-huh.
a kid. I feel like I don't know, just climbing anything as
Uh-huh.
a kid was just like fun.
I feel like you were a monkey bars type of guy.
I was more of a like
Difficult question.
Yeah. This is a great question. One I must give
Crazy
much
interview.
thought. Whoa, this is too deep right now, you guys. He went so deep into my childhood. Nardwar? Monkey Nardwar? Is that you?
I feel like just like the more intricate a playground was, the more I was fucking with it. Like I always like, it's crazy that you brought up Hatchet because like that was really like my fake fantasy growing up. When I was reading that shit, I was like, damn, like I would love to feel me get dropped in the middle of the wilderness with like a perfect rock that was just like in the shape of a shelter, and I would just like feel me make a bow and hunt rabbits. I
Wow.
don't eat meat, but like feel me, I would do something.
If it came down to it.
Like, that shit just
That's
sounds-
ominous, man.
I don't know, but
You mean you would hunt for survival?
What are you doing with those rabbits? You're gonna turn it into a tofu beast.
facts.
To fake chicken.
I don't know.
Gotta hunt down the mountain valley sausages. You know, the morning star.
The morning star.
The morning star animal, and turn it into veggie kill. I'm more of a gatherer, I think, than a hunter. Like if I was in the nature, I feel like I could figure out what things to eat, what things not to eat.
Like
know?
you could differentiate poisonous mushrooms from like mushrooms that you can slice up.
No,
That's what I'm scared
I'm
of.
not.
dude.
If I'm not fucking with any mushroom.
We would evolve and become agricultural for sure. Yeah.
I feel like I'd be the type that would accidentally put poison ivy into a salad. Like, I didn't know. It looked like spinach to me, even though it's just very obvious. But yeah, I feel like you guys would outlive me for sure. I want to talk to you guys more about like, so you live in Tokyo, and when you come back, is it because we were talking downstairs and you feel like the Bay Area is your home? When you come back, are you guys just gonna hit the ground running, making more music?
Probably. I mean, I think it's just going to be a continuation of filming what he's doing here and what I'm going to be doing out in Tokyo when I get back. You know, just like
Tokyo
same
to the
shit,
town,
different
man.
place.
Yeah. It's really like, people don't know Oakland and Osaka are like sister cities in a lot of ways. Like there's a lot of art. There's a lot of like exchange in terms of like art. I mean, I think there was like, I'm trying to remember when it was, but there was like a like art exchange where like a bunch of local artists from Oakland went to Osaka and like had a bunch of art exhibits, and the same like kind of the other way. There was like different gifts of type of shit.
Yeah.
I should know more about this, but there is something there.
I was picking up what you're putting down. Is that a place that because you've visited him since he's moved there in 2024, right? And I mean, do you guys feel like your artistry is influenced while you're there?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, like, it's definitely, I feel like the people I be kicking it with out in Tokyo, like, are definitely on a pretty different wave for sure. Like, more, like, I mean, there's definitely still filming, like, regular, like, they be on some Detroit Bay Area rap beats or, like, drill rap beats, but, like, a lot of the people I be around be, like, rapping over hyperpop beats, like, more, like, rage, hyperpop type shit. So, like, I feel like it's definitely been cool exploring that. I mean, like, I have homies back in the Bay, too, who do shit like that, but, like, out there is like really the shit that gets like concerts going up, you know? So it's like, it's cool being like in the midst of that and just like just exploring it. I don't know if it's filming like exactly. I mean, there's no specific venue that I'm really trying to pursue, you know what I mean? I just like, I hear a beat, I like it, I'll do some shit on it type shit. But yeah.
That's what I heard like in one of your guys' interviews that you did together. You were asked like, what's the process like? And you were just like, if Seiji makes a beat, I like it, I spit.
Yeah. We were just going through this like a couple of days ago because I was trying to ask him like, oh, what kind of beats do you want to be on now that we're kind of, he's, you know, changing his whole style. And I feel like there is no way to really define it. Like, I feel like some people like, you come in the studio and be like, oh yeah, give me this type beat, like this person type beat, or give me a like this kind of, you know. But I feel like with us, like the way that he describes shit to me is always so fucking like obscure, and he's like, I don't even know.
It's not even just the way that I describe shit either. I feel like it's just like kind of, you know, pulling from like our upbringing and just like the type of people that we are. Like, just the way we think about music is not very conventional, you know. Like he'll even start off the conversation be like, so like what colors are we feeling right now? I'm like, green and purple type shit, and then like really just like like obscure adjectives, I guess, like no type of genre really. It's just like, how are you feeling today, you know, and then go off that type shit.
I think it's like in some way too, I'm just like expected to know, you know what I mean? Like I just have to read, like it's just like a okay, bet.
It's that brother thing, you know. There's like that unspoken language that siblings have, and like it's pretty obvious. I was like watching your interview with Ron on Around Our Hype, and you were saying like depends on the time of day too. You wake up in the morning, then you're gonna make something like very peaceful, right? And then, but if it's at 3 a.m., that's where like shit like Trapanese comes out, right? And so with that,
what time of day we made that song.
It was like,
I think it was.
I mean, that was at a point where I wasn't doing mania ass 3 a.m. nights too. So you know,
true. We did that daytime, I think. But
okay.
It's definitely, it depends a lot on just like the mood of the session, I feel like. But I do like now where we're at, where it's like we can kind of just, like we have always had that kind of like just understanding, you feel me, like as siblings. But then now that we get to do music together and we're, I think, more like aligned in the kind of music that we want to make, it's just like, you can just trust, like, okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If it feels right, then we can just go with it. And it doesn't have to be any like, oh, we're gonna do this kind of song. We're gonna do this kind of song. It's just like you just open it up, and we're kind of in the same brain. It's just like just
And that helps so
wherever it
much.
goes, you know.
You guys know each other. That's why it's more organic. I mean, it obviously wouldn't be as dope as it was if it was kind of forced, right? But since you guys have known each other since, wee little lads, you guys are able to make this thing happen.
lads.
Yeah, does it blow your guys' mind that like already like individually, it's kind of hard to pursue a life of music and be successful at it, but you get to do it with your brother, man. That's so dope.
Yeah, it's hella fun, man. Sometimes it's too much fun where we just like end up fucking off and
Yeah.
like not really getting shit done. But
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's what this shit is about. It's like music is supposed to be fun. It's just
Gotta
like
have fun with it.
it's for the
Sure.
creation part of it. And I feel like that's why you make great shit is when you're having the most fun, when you're not trying to overthink something. You're not trying to make something great. You're just letting it be what it is, and that's when it is fucking really great.
And you guys just like follow that. I mean, that's like with Ho Ho. I'm sure you were just like, I'm just gonna make this fucking thing. You guys are just gonna make this thing, and then just put it out there, and then boom, all of a sudden it pops off.
Yeah.
And then when you start to overthink it, that's kind of like when shit stops being fun, right?
No, for sure. I feel like Ho Ho was like the nasty. What do you mean by that? Oh,
Yeah, shout out Nate
that's
Curry,
fine.
man. He put us onto this concept. I mean, I think as artists we all kind of do it. Of like you make a filler song, like you make something in between of like, okay, I'm making these serious songs, I'm trying to make actual songs, and then just to like kind of get out, you make like a bad song on purpose,
Yeah.
you know. And he would show me some of the ones that he would make, Nate, and it was just like you're just really joking, you know. But it lets you get that freedom of like creativity where you're not taking it too serious. And sometimes those ones that you're like really not taking serious, you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna make some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Becomes the like hardest one. Like that's SZA's biggest songs. Like
Yeah, like Kill Bill is something that she's kind of upset is the one that like really popped off for her, right? She was just kind of like making that as like a whatever. And I mean, have there been a lot of instances like where there's like songs on an EP or an album that you guys put out and you're like, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one that like really gets traction, and it's the one that's not that is the one that like pops off.
I feel like I can't really speak to that. I've only put out 2 projects for real, and the first one I put out had Japanese on it, so I already kind of knew which one it was going to be. You know?
See.
I feel like it's like with a project, at least in my experience so far, it's like you kind of know which ones within the project, but you never know like when you're just putting out songs, like which one it's gonna be. I feel like it is always the unexpected one. Like for us, when we made Go To Chang, like that was a song that I made just in the morning. Like, oh, this is just like some little freestyle shit. Let me get this out the way so I can make a song.
Yeah.
So I can make the real song, you know. But the one that you make in the beginning, when you're like you're not thinking about it, that's when you're the most free and you can just like let whatever is the most like just unfiltered. That's when you don't have the overthinking. Like you don't have any type of like censor over yourself. Like, oh, this is what's clean. This is what people are gonna like. This is whatever. It's just like you're just making it, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like those ones are the ones that you just it sits on the hard drive. I'm like, I don't think anything of this.
Yeah.
But then people hear it and they're like, oh wait, what's that? You
So
know?
crazy how that
Yeah.
works, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like when you just have that. I mean, even like the way, because sometimes like I'll just record covers and like I get so upset at it, or I'm like, okay, this has to be perfect. Where like I'm like 7 tries in, and then it's always like my first or second one, or the last one. The last one, where I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, I think I got a good one, but I'm gonna do one more just for the hell of it. And it's usually that one where the stakes feel so low, or like I'm like, oh, that was the perfect take.
I mean, you just gotta, when you gotta let go. That's when the shit goes crazy, for sure.
Yeah.
How's the Yatrix for y'all? How's like seeing that many people pop out for you guys? How did that feel?
Man.
Because that's a visual representation of the hard work. Because the numbers on social media, that's dope too. But that's kind of, once again, passive.
Yeah.
But like, to fill out Cornerstone and see all those people there for you, that must have been like, that's a big deal.
I feel like for me, like when I'm performing, I haven't really like got in my performance bag as much. You know what I mean? Like that's always kind of been the part of making music that like I'm not as comfortable with. But so like when I'm performing for real, like I can't really pay attention to what's going on the other side of it. You know what I mean? I'm just focused on like what I'm doing. But like, so I probably couldn't speak to it, like, how it felt for me doing that. But damn near like watching Seiji set was like, I was like, damn, like especially like the last summer. I don't know if you've seen that clip where it's like, remember at the thump 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 thump,
Yep,
and then
and
it's like everyone is just like, it's like it looks like a fucking earthquake, like
Chills,
like the
dude.
ground is moving, like the people are just like going up and down. You're just like, what the fuck? Like it's like looks like a fucking like a arena or some shit.
Thumping. Everybody's thumping.
And
I felt that way watching your set too, though. Like seeing him come out, and like all the fucking lights were up, and it's like I feel like when you are performing, you don't really get to fully soak it in, but then once you watch it from the side, like you get to see like how the crowd is reacting to all the music, and it's just like people are so invested. I feel like that was what was cool. I mean, of course, like it's the amount of people was crazy, but the specific people that were there, like it was so many like old friends that I hadn't seen in hella long, like family members, like old school teachers that pulled up.
What? That's crazy.
It was just like the kind of variety of different people that were there and all just like enjoying in the room was hella crazy. That was, yeah.
And like that's proving that you guys are doing something right. Like to go back to that whole thump 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 part, and on every single platform that you've done it, so dope. And you change it up too, because like on the Bars on Wheels one, you kind of like sing it as opposed to do something crazy, right?
Hey, this summer I'm a stunt. Like what it is, baby, fuck what it was. Parking lot pimpin', still slapping out the trunk. Sound like thump 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 thump.
And then yeah, we did the reverse thump on that one over the other part of the beat. Yeah. And that was low-key an accident.
Hey, and it turned out to be fucking art, right?
Yeah.
But that's wildly different than the way that you did in the box freestyle, which is that was cool too. And both you guys killed on that fucking freestyle, because that's when you first, I don't know, kind of like previewed Arigracias, right? Damn, dude. Yeah, I put up a story after I saw that. I was just like, this shit makes me want to download Duolingo and really learn, because it's impeccable, man. It's absolutely impeccable.
That's the clean shit I feel like about having all these different like artist platforms, like podcasts, like the freestyle shit, like the On the Radars, the fucking like the Bars on Wheels, In the Box, like all these different places where you can like perform your song. It's like you have all these venues, like digital venues, where you can go and like do different versions of your song and basically like give people a show, and they get to see all these different versions of your song. Maybe before it even comes out, it's like, oh, I get to perform something exclusive for y'all. Like it's not in real time because they're gonna see it. Like, but you saw the song way before it came out, and then when it comes out in real life, you're like, oh damn, I saw this on In the Box before it like really came out, you know. So
I mean, and that's what's cool about this day and age. Even though I was talking shit about having phones, but having technology gives us access to this. Because imagine if you guys were like trying to be in the industry back in the 90s, right? I was talking to Nump about it. And I was just saying, like, he was saying how much he did love like handing out flyers. He still does that shit. He's handing out CDs. Man,
I believe it.
Yeah.
Nump the king. Man.
You got the energy for that shit.
Oh, dude, I don't need coffee when I'm with him.
Man.
He is a coffee bean as a person. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, how do you think it would have been different if you guys had been doing this back in the day? Do you guys think you would be able to have that energy to be able to stand outside of like an amoeba and just hand out CDs?
I don't know. I feel like it's probably a different answer for us, just like being different ages and shit, you know? Like, I feel like for me, like, I barely, like, you know, I have the memories of, you know, like, before I was 10 or whatever, like, when I was like, oh, you know, like, playing Jetpack Joyride on the iPad for the first time, you know? But, like, I feel like most of my adult life has been, you know what I mean? Like, embedded, like, just social media has been embedded in it, like, feel me, from, like, a pretty early age.
He's a true Gen Z, man.
I like the beginning of it. I'm 23.
Damn. You're young. You're in your Jordan year, right? That's crazy.
I feel like we would make it shake no matter what, though, honestly. Like, I love interacting with the people that listen to my music, you know? Like, I love having that, like, direct to fan, like, relationship. I mean, I feel like the internet is great for that.
Yeah.
But back then, it was like, yeah, if you're outside handing shit out to people and then they go listen to your song, it's like they get to have that real in-person like contact with you, and that makes it that much more cool. Like, oh, I'm a fan of this person and I got to meet them in person. Like, I listened to this, and it's like you have this like I feel like I love CDs and cassettes and vinyls for that reason, because you have this like physical connection to the music. Like, I own this, and like I gotta press play and I can't skip through it if I don't like it. Like, I gotta listen to the whole thing. You know.
Do you have CDs do either of you guys have like physical tangible things that have your music on it?
He did vinyls.
Yeah, I do vinyls, but mostly like my shit now is cassettes. Like, I've been doing a lot of cassettes.
Nice.
I mean, I did like a full run of some of my projects, but now I've just been like bootlegging them, like just getting like old, you know, whatever it is, like I don't know, Marvin Gaye or like Church. Well, I won't tape over the Marvin Gaye, but like I'll grab like a random Church or like voice tape cassette from like a Goodwill and just like burn my own music onto it. And then you can just like I just have a collection for when I pull up to shows. People can get like it might be this album, but it also might just be like a random mix of songs that I put on there, like a mixtape. Yeah. And I feel like that is such like a personal, like intimate fucking experience listening to like something that somebody made. Yeah. I don't know. I love cassettes because they're so like it sounds really bad, but in the best way. You feel me? Like
I mean, that's how it is with like vinyl. People like that scratchy kind of sound, right? Yeah. If something's too polished.
Vinyl can sound really good. Like I feel like the actual quality on vinyl can sound like if you have like a real audio file type setup, then it can be like beautiful. Cassette's always gonna sound kind of like wonky, especially if they're old, bro. That shit's gonna be like
one more time, but look at the camera.
RC20 in real life. This is my impression of me on RC20.
Were you the sillier brother growing up? Or there's, I can see that
we're
there's
gonna have
like
a silly
something.
off in this motherfucker.
Who's the silliest? Hey, when you in a silly contest, but you see that your opponent is a goose.
It sounds like you were the sillier brother growing
I feel
up.
like it's just I think it's just fucking trickle down from
Silly.
pops. I think our dad is definitely the Ichiban silly guy for sure.
Mecha silly,
Mecha
man.
silly.
He's super silly.
What are some examples of how your dad was silly?
What he was talking about earlier, like how he would like make his own instruments. He was part of a group called Thingamajigs.
Really?
Where it was just a bunch of dudes just making weird instruments with weird shit.
Like no one had an actual guitar. No one was playing off of like actual drums.
By one time at Knox, it's like the school that we both went to from K through 8. He did there was like a thingamajigs, whatever, like a just like drop in class type shit. And my dad just came in and was like brought hella materials and just taught us how to make like a fake guitar out of just like a wood, like literally just a stick, like you get from like fucking Michael's or some shit.
Yeah.
And then we put an empty milk carton, like a cafeteria milk carton on it, and then just like tied strings on it with like the little screws with like the loop on it. And we literally just like made little like weird milk guitar strings and like
damn,
like
I don't even remember that. How the fuck do you
was
remember that?
gone.
Oh yeah, I probably didn't do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But or like another example, he used to be an opera singer, so he would walk around. Anytime you're in a parking garage with this man, he's singing opera like full top of his lungs. And I feel like as a kid, like you're
man, the acoustics are great in here. I'm like, yeah, brother.
Would he say that all the time?
Get in the
too?
car.
and you as a kid, of course, you're like, oh, dad, come on, like you're embarrassed. But now I'm just like, hey, I fucking
pull out voice memos, bro.
I commend his like, I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks. I'm gonna do what I want at all times, you know.
Dude, that's a big deal for like Asian fathers especially. Because like my dad's an accountant and like he's a jokester, but like he definitely has the serious side, you know? So I can't imagine my dad wanting to sing in a parking garage hella loud.
Yeah, he's different, man. He's a unique, he's a unicorn, honestly. I really feel blessed to have had him as like a male role model growing up, you know?
Because that's what's
extremely
needed.
based. Feel like based, if you were to describe anybody as that, other than Lil B, I would describe my dad that way.
It's Lil B, then your dad when it comes to bass.
Taco Flaco Flame.
Yes, yeah.
Is that what you call your dad? Was Taco Flaco Flame?
Just Taco.
Oh,
yeah. That's like it's his nickname, but like literally everyone ever calls him Taco since like high school type shit. So.
Japanese man named Taco.
Yeah.
Damn. Man, like and has he visited Tokyo ever since you moved there?
Yeah. He went to high school there. Oh, since I moved there, nah, he hasn't. I think he's coming. Him and my stepmom are coming in March.
But he went to high school
next
there.
summer. He went to high school there for like I think like a semester or two or some shit.
In Tokyo?
Yeah. Not in Tokyo. I don't
Japan,
think,
though?
but in Japan. Yeah.
Damn, I'm learning this right now. That's
It is
amazing.
cool to like see that because my brother and I have like similar conversations where like if we're talking to our parents, be like, what do you mean mom worked at a
Right. He's the one, he like remembers shit. Like he has a really good memory. So I'm always just like, I don't remember that happening. But
Only thing
I
is
guess
a
it
long
did.
time ago. I don't be remembering shit that just happened.
Now.
Though. Too much
Long-term
weed.
memory.
Too much weed in my past.
Oh, I mean, but that's like where it starts off. Like, I mean, when you were making songs in the 8th grade, or like when you were 15 and like with ho-ho and Japanese type thing, were you smoking a lot of weed at that time?
In 8th grade, nah, not really. I mean, I smoked for the first time in like 7th grade, but it was just like some boozy ass weed that like my best friend, his dad like was smoking. I had like a metal pipe, and like that was, we used to joke like call that shit the anti-weed, because that shit feel like it was just like it tasted like weed, but like it did not get us high for real. But maybe it was just like, I feel like people say like when you smoke for the first time you don't get hella high, but I don't know. In freshman year I wasn't smoking hella, but like I for sure was.
Yeah.
But the songs I
I wasn't really, but I for sure was.
Man, this guy's mysterious. I don't know what he means by that.
The truth comes out. The truth actually doesn't come out. Now we don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say anything. Nah.
I definitely
none of it was. I definitely for sure didn't.
I definitely for sure probably maybe didn't.
But yeah, none of those songs were like high music at all. For sure. Yeah.
Because I heard you talking like on an interview that like it gets you paranoid, which is like the same boat that I get in. So I could never perform or do this podcast if I smoked any weed. If I'm smoking weed, then I'm just chilling at home, watching a movie, eating a copious amount of food type of thing.
For sure. Yeah. I feel like maybe it didn't start like affecting me like that until like I would take breaks from it. You know, I feel like when I first started smoking weed, like I was just smoking hella just like with the homies. So like it wasn't like that. And then feel me, you take a hella long break and then you come back to it and you're just like,
oh,
you know,
your tolerance is messed up.
Yeah.
You're cross-eyed. One eyelid is lower.
Or
than
even
the
it
other.
just like takes like one little like something that happens, you know what I mean, while you're hella high and you're just like, damn, like this kind of fucked it up for me. But
yeah.
nah. I mean, you know.
Have you ever had times where like where you were making music while high and since you had that like weed filter, you're making some crazy ass shit?
I feel like I just don't be liking the shit I make when I'm high, honestly. Like,
Gotcha.
It's really like I get hella particular when I'm high. So it's like I'll pick the shit apart that I'm doing and I'll just like won't fuck with it. And then that'll fuck up, feel me, the process of me making it. So it's like it kind of just doesn't really work. Also, my throat be getting dry.
Dude, being high without water is the scariest thing in the world.
I feel like a lot of the parts about just like feeling paranoid when you're high is like, damn, my throat hurts and I don't know how to fix it. And I be forgetting that like my throat starts hurting when I'm high. So I'm just like, wait, why does something not feel right? And you think you're paranoid, but you're also just in pain.
You start thinking about that over and over and over again, dude. Yeah, and I think like when I was first smoking, again, really high, I would forget how to breathe. And I'm like, I'm asthmatic. Yeah, you're looking at me like I should see a doctor.
This is why I don't smoke weed, man.
It's good.
I'm gonna let you guys have this conversation because
I mean, but you have done it before.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying back in high school, like I definitely fucked around with it, but it just really never agreed with my physiology. I feel like people say they like, for some people, like can help alleviate pain. For me, like it just makes me feel like shit hurts. You know,
wow,
makes my body hurt. And yeah, it never was like a good feeling for me. So I was just like, hey, this doesn't feel good. I'm not gonna fuck with it. You know.
And how about drinking? I know I forget what song it is, but you said if you have like some Hennessy, you'll drink it all and you won't feel a thing, type of thing. Which is a bar. Don't know if it's true or not.
Wait, when did I say this?
I think you might have said it on. Fuck, what song was that?
I turned 23 on the 27, but it's fuck 50. He want me drink the whole fifth. I'm not tipsy.
It had both of y'all on it, but yeah, you were holding like a whole ass bottle of Henny, and you were saying in the song that you could drink this entire thing. So if you look underneath your seat, I got a special surprise for you.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding.
I was about to say, this is the old me. Don't bring me back to these days, man. Yeah, I'm definitely not a Hennessy drinker anymore, man. I think if I'm drinking now, if I am at all, like it's something calm, like,
absinthe.
I mean, I was.
Bro, I got a crazy story about that shit.
You have a crazy absinthe story?
Yeah, bro. I didn't know what it was, bro. My best friend, his mom's like, feel me, like she's like an herbalist, so like she just came out, feel me, the cuts. Like we was in his backyard, and she was like, "Yo, like y'all need to try this shit." And I was like, "All right, what is it?" And then like I forget what they said, but like they said it was a high ass alcohol content, right? And she poured shots of it. So I was like, in my head, I was like, "All right, we finna do shots of it." Like they were like, "Oh yeah, you might hallucinate or some shit." I was like, "All right, you feel me? Like I'll be doing shrooms, like it's gonna be cool." But like they didn't tell me like it was like 90% alcohol.
Yeah.
Right? And I shot that shit and I was like, immediately just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, oh. And then like they were all just looking at me like, you just shoot that? And I was like, yeah, bro, it was in a shot glass. And they were like, bro. And I was just sitting there just like for the rest of the time, just like my fucking chest was getting hotter and hotter. And I was like, oh. And they were all just like slow sipping that shit. And I was like, you fucks. But yeah.
I mean, did you get messed up from that?
Not really. I mean, it was just like, it was like taking like a few shots, you know, but.
Just all at once. But if they told you like to take like 3 in a row, then you'd be done.
Oh, for sure.
Is your tolerance
100%.
low?
I don't really know how to gauge that. Like, I don't black out. I've never blacked out in my life. I feel like that's kind of the superpower of like having.
It's not really
the Asian
possible.
glow,
Yeah,
right?
like when you get the Asian
you don't
glow,
metabolize
like
it.
you kind of start like your body starts to shut down before you can drink enough for you to get
or it'll just
to that
reject it.
point,
Like
you know?
I'll throw up every single time before I black out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Do you get the glow?
I do not. You see my skin tone? It's impossible for me to turn
We get
different color.
We get real red for sure.
Yeah. I mean, but that's good. That's like a gauge of like, okay, I've had enough, or I'm like, I'm doing good. Because with me, like back in the day, I used to black out all the time because once again, I was a bigger boy, and so it'd take a lot for my metabolism to break down. Like, so I'd be able to take 10 shots and then be tipsy, which is not a good thing. People like to boast about that, but it just means I'm an expensive date, you know. So, yeah, I mean, so you were about to say you're not drinking Hennessy anymore. What's the go-to alcohol?
I mean, really, bro. Like, I feel like I'm not drinking like that anymore.
You like to be in control.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just like to enjoy the details, the small details of shit, and really when I'm like not like I'll definitely fuck with it for a change of perspective, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the like the heme, I can't really do it anymore. Even in those days, like it was bad. It was like E&J.
Damn.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I used to think E&J was fancy.
Yeah, me too.
Back because it looks nice, right?
It's like $7 for the big one though, so you know.
Yeah. Or have you heard of the other brandy? It's called like Christian Brothers. Have you seen that?
You know what? Some of my Christian brothers were very recently off the Christian Brothers. I'm not gonna say their name out there; it's too sinful. But you know, I saw that. I was like, damn, what? I didn't even know that was a real brand. But yeah, man, I'm like, you know, fuck with some wine. I fuck with some. You know,
you're classy now.
Something like that. Yeah. I'm unked out. Wine, maybe some, you know, that's really it. Yeah. I fuck with like a cocktail or something, you know, or like a little cider, something light, just a little, you know.
some chill.
Yeah.
I definitely turn into like a 40-year-old man where I'll smoke a cigar and I'll have like some scotch.
Oh, hey, that's player though.
It is, but like
you got the crib. You're like, yeah, let me go. Smoking a cigar on the back porch.
Oh, it does something to my confidence though. And like, you know, my lady hates kissing me after the cigar, so I don't know why I'm feeling confident, but like, you know, I'm like man spreading. I got a whole fucking thing going on. I'm acting like the penguin or some shit. What's your guys' like favorite thing that you guys have done? In terms of music, not drugs or alcohol.
In terms of life. One time I ate this strawberry that was like freshly.
You were about to say something so different.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
You should.
No, you should say it now.
I thought you was going.
Let me say first. One time I ate this fresh strawberry off of the vine. It was like sitting in the sun. I know warm strawberry sounds kind of crazy, like that's kind of fucked up, like that it wouldn't be good, but it was really good. It was, yeah. That's my favorite thing.
That's
I've
so
done.
wholesome.
I can remember. What were you gonna say?
I feel like that's because like you're feel me, like your body doesn't have to like do anything to it. You know what I mean? It's already lukewarm, and then it's just like perfectly
body temperature strawberry.
Perfectly metabolizes the strawberry, bro.
A room temp strawberry.
Yeah, that sounds crazy as fuck.
I was finna to say. I thought you were gonna say the time you ate a snail.
You ate like not even escargot. You just saw like one.
Oh yeah, it was
crossing the street.
Yeah, man. Snail. I was ahead of the game. You know.
Wow.
Raw, wholesome.
Wow. A nervous wow.
Wow.
You're like the sashimi of snails. So
exactly.
You're just eating it the way it is.
Out the garden with it. Yeah. Probably off some chard.
Like how long ago was this? Like last month?
Nah, this was when I was maybe like 2 years old.
2 years old?
Like
I thought you were like 7.
Maybe probably something like that.
Child.
Child age.
Yeah, not a big deal. Just 5-year difference.
Didn't know you weren't supposed to eat it.
See, this is what I'm saying. He remembers more about our child. He wasn't even alive when I was 2 years old. So
hey, so like actually, you would be the best person in the wilderness if you out there as a kid just picking up snails and eating it. You could actually hunt and gather for it.
I don't know where we're at. I got you guys. If you guys want some raw snails?
I got some of those cargos.
No, I can find some though.
Yeah,
I got escargot and the cargos. You know.
Oh shit! Yeah, you got the wordplay on lock right now. What's the process like when you're making a beat? Do you think to yourself like, oh shit, my brother would be dope on this, or is it kind of just like you? Is it more organic than that? Well, how you feel?
I feel like he'd just be making shit that he feels like making, and then if it ends up being some shit that he could hear me on, he'll send it to me or send it to whoever he could hear on it, or just make it himself.
Yeah,
shit.
I do like the in-person cooks that we do too, because he always has like a very particular, like, okay, he'll hear something that I wouldn't normally hear, you know, and he'll be like, oh, do this with this part, and I feel like it's always so different than what I would do. Like a lot of time I'd be resistant, so I'm just like, why would I do that? I'm not gonna do that, you know. But then once I do it, then I see how it fits in to the thing, and I feel like it always makes me take a different route or like look at some shit differently that I normally would. So
and that's collaboration, right? That's how it works.
Yeah,
you know, rather than doing this by yourself, you wouldn't have like that outside opinion that would like kind of alter like what you're creating. With that, like, so when he's in Tokyo, you be sending him shit, and then you just send something back.
Mm-hmm.
And
when was the last time I did that? Arigracias we made both together in Tokyo.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the most recent one we made, you wrote to that.
The feels like flying.
Yeah. So I'll send stuff. I mean, most of the time when I make beats is in the morning time, and then I'll just kind of like, if I hear him on it. I mean, damn near. Sometimes I'll just send him shit even if I don't hear him on it, just because I'm like, I think this is clean. Like you should listen to it. You know.
Dude, that's beautiful. That's so cool. I mean, because my brother is like wildly different. He's like valedictorian. He like is not musically inclined or anything like that. He's not a creative, but he's just really fucking smart. Yet we still have that kind of like love for what we do, for what the other person does. So to hear that you guys are just like so supportive is, once again, just like one of my favorite thing about your guys' dynamic.
Christian Brothers.
That's exactly what it is. I should be sponsored by Christian Brothers.
Christian Brothers.
Shout out Miles Minnick.
My brothers in Christ.
What's next? I mean, so like when you come back from Tokyo in the summer, hit the ground running back, like when you're here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Probably gonna be doing some shit.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You're so mysterious. I'm trying to read you, man.
Oh no, man. That's pretty far out. I don't even know what I don't know if I'm gonna move back at the end of the semester or.
Oh, you know what we're definitely gonna be doing? Some stuff.
We're for sure. That's why I know some stuff that we're gonna be doing, but like I don't want.
But also some stuff too, and some stuff.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know the things that like I can say or not.
Activities.
You know?
What are you thinking?
See, I'm actually talking about real things right now, and these guys are just
can't read it.
Berating me.
I'm talking about real life things,
unending possibilities.
I'm talking about stuff. We're on this podcast right now talking about real life. And nobody wants to know that we're really here talking about stuff that they don't even know what we mean when we say that.
I don't know what you mean by it.
But when we say what we mean, then they don't understand. So if they mean what we say, then it's like, why do not, you know?
Do not?
It's that brother language you guys got going on that I can't really catch on to because I'm not related to y'all. I just, it's my first time.
Our brother language is not actual words. It's usually just weird. It's ad libs, but like super strange.
It's pure ad libs on the podcast right now.
When you guys lived with each other, what were the interactions like? You guys like kicking it all day? You guys in each other's rooms type of thing? Or you guys just kind of like?
I was in his room a good amount because that's where the studio was.
Okay,
but my room was definitely a dark layer of unhappiness at that point in my life, for sure.
Wait, explain this dark layer of unhappiness. Like, did you have like? Did you have Disturbed all over your walls?
I was like fresh out of high school, moved down to LA literally at 18, didn't know what the fuck I was doing, like not really come to terms with like what I was doing with music or just my life, had a lot of shit to figure out. And it was just like kind of a pretty stark contrast between me and Seiji because he was like kind of just getting like, not just getting, but like in full momentum of like, you know, what he was doing, like pursuing music in LA, like out of college, right? Like because we graduated college and high school at the same time, same year.
Okay.
So like, you know, you're at a very different place coming out of college than you are coming out of high school. I feel like so.
That was like right before. Yeah, we did do Appetite in LA when he lived out there, right? That was when you were living out there. Because that was when the project was coming together. Trapanese came out.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it was calm, bro. I feel like us living together was like, you know, when you move in with like a friend, sometimes you might be with a roommate or whatever, and you guys are friends then, but then living together is too much, and you kind of have to like, you know, you don't end up being able to live together or even maybe continue being friends. But I feel like it's when you live with your brother, it's like there's no like roommate politics. There's no like, oh, I can't communicate this thing or like passive aggressive, whatever. It's just like you just get to talk to each other how it is and be like, hey man, just fucking do your dishes. Hey, clean the bathroom, do this, whatever. So it was like,
those are all things that he was saying to me, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it was my first time, feel me, living outside of my house, like with my parents type shit. So.
And you gotta learn, you know. I mean, like that's what prepped you because I'm sure, because you live with your girl now, right? Mm-hmm. And like I'm sure she would be. I mean, when I first moved in with my fiance, the shit that she would like make fun of me for the way I did things, because like I would
still a bit of that for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's definitely better than back then. For sure. And also, like, she's not my brother, so, you know, I feel a little bit more crazy about not doing shit right. I feel like
in general, women have, like, a better standard of living than we do.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they kind of have it figured out.
There's something in our DNA where, like, you know, we share the same... We have, like, a walk-in closet, and we share it. And I look at mine, and I'm like, why does mine look like someone just threw up all these clothes onto these shelves, and then hers is just like nice, like I don't know, it's like she's a Animal Crossing character and everything's so organized and she knows how to fucking place things, and it's just something in our DNA that's like separated, you know? Were you guys like, when you guys were kids, were you guys just like crazy boys, like, you know, the whole like very rough, like would you guys wrestle or anything like that?
We for sure was wrestling, you know, slap boxing, whatever, but like I feel like we said, like our dad is just hella base. Like he's really like not like, you know, when you think about like, I feel like a lot of people have issues with their dads, you know what I mean? Like toxic masculinity, you know, I feel me, like hella like, especially dudes, like kind of weird relationships with their dad sometimes where like they just have like weird like ego complexes, you know? But like our dad was like, he's just like a super fucking, there's none of that damn near, right? Like he's just hella peaceful and just like,
he's calm.
He's a spiritual ass dude. So
yeah,
like,
we definitely would fight him, but not like for real, like actual, like, you know, he used to do judo and shit, so we would like try to practice the judo. We have another brother too that's like a little younger than me, and we would all just kind of like, you know, we had two older sisters, and they were the ones that like kind of held shit together. But they're both older than me, but you know, yeah, us three were just always just like fucking around.
Damn, you guys have a big
breaking
family.
shit, you know? Yeah,
breaking shit. Where you guys just like playing baseball inside the house type of thing?
Actually, yeah.
Who was the bigger troublemaker?
Good question. I don't know.
I think technically in high school, probably you.
I feel like me, like the thing is, so I'm like between all the siblings, I'm the middle child. Like I'm the middle of the two older sisters and two younger brothers. So like I'm creating issues, but because I'm the middle child, I can kind of like slide under the radar with it. So I'm just like, I can just kind of disappear whenever the trouble happens, and it's like, it's cool.
Kind of interesting, man. I mean, because like you definitely, obviously with the brand is very peaceful. It's very like, you know, zen. But like getting to chop it up with you right now, and you did forewarn me. You said like you're just getting intrusive thoughts on this podcast, which I'm happy for. When you say something, you kind of got this look that you got something up your sleeve.
Because he wasn't always like this.
What happened?
Are you saying you're getting mischievous vibes from me right now?
Yeah, you seem like you got like, hey, I'm gonna put something out there, and you look like that kid in class that farted and blamed it on someone else.
Hey,
nah, you definitely got in trouble for the shit you did. Sometimes I feel like more than me. Because, like, you know, when I was growing up, I was watching you do all the shit you did. So
yeah,
I learned where the boundary was.
For sure. When you're the baby, you kind of just, like, like the youngest one, you get to see the system, then you can game the system like as the youngest child. Like you don't have to go through all the same bullshit because you're like older in a like I feel you mature faster as the youngest because you don't like have to learn it all. You just kind of see it and you're like, oh, let me not do this.
You
like,
have more examples right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks to be the oldest sibling because with my brother, he just kind of had to get in trouble, and then I guess I soaked up the game of like, oh, I know what I could get away with.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I feel like your parents, they just get more relaxed.
Tired of
Like
that shit.
they're just tired, bro. They're over it. They're like, I already raised one kid. You do what you want.
Oh shoot, dude! And there's 4 more. I can't imagine having 5 kids. 5 kids in like today's generation is like, I don't know, man.
Well, we have a big ass family too. It's like 2 of our siblings come from our mom's side, and like so we have like we got 3 moms. Our dad remarried, and our mom remarried to her wife. So we got like family on both sides.
Okay.
And then so it's a lot of kids, but it's also a lot of parents.
Was your family, were they surprised when you guys started like leaning hard into music? Because like in
Not
Asian,
really. I mean, our dad is hella musical, and our mom they met like fucking singing together in college. So
damn.
Yeah, nah, man. They were always like really supportive. I mean, I feel like I don't think they were surprised. They definitely were like, you know, we want you to go into something, especially our mom. Like, she's a nurse. Like, she was really trying to push for us to go into something like that, like medicine or something like more stable. Obviously, like parents want that for their kids, right?
Always.
But I think that because they were like so creative when they were growing up too, like they're just like they're open to it, you know. And I think they're just like, hey, if you can figure it out and you can do it, then we want you to do what's going to make you happy, you know?
And that's beautiful. I mean, like, to really go against the grain, especially, like, you know, us being Asians and, like, having creative outlets, but you guys, like, doing it for a fucking living is, like, a beautiful example. And once again, like, you and I were talking downstairs saying, like, we do live in this day and age as opposed to, like, some of our, like, you know, like, grandparents where they had no option. Like, if you asked them, like, what their hobbies were, they were like, I don't know. Yeah. I had to like migrate here. I had to like immigrate here.
for sure.
Yeah, they didn't get the choice to be like, oh yeah, this is my dream. This is what I want to be. It's like you just do what is
Expected.
Yeah, you do what's expected, or you do what's like the responsible, smart thing to do because you have to survive. And like we're given at least like the freedom to be like, all right, I can choose this and see where it goes. Like we get to do what we want rather than like what we have to. Which is, that's crazy to be able to.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Like, has your family expressed, like, what of your guys' like, discography is their favorites? Like, what they always reference to you? Like, when they're saying they're proud of you and like, all that stuff?
I feel like just, like, generally, just the shit that they feel like speaks to what they know about us. You know what I mean? Because, like, as our parents, you know, they've seen us grow up and seen the things that stay there from when we were babies to now. You know what I mean? So it's like they know what are the things that are closest to us as, you know, human beings. So like it's just that shit, you know, the most authentically us shit. Like my mom probably like the Arigracias, because I feel like now like I'm finally getting into the shit where like the shit that I make really resonates with me. You know what I mean? Back then it was like I was making shit as a joke, and then after that the joke blew up, I was making shit to follow that up and like feel me like trying to appease that audience.
You're leaning into it.
Type shit. Yeah. So now it's like I feel like I'm really doing shit that means something to me, and she can see that. So,
and I think the way you're going about this is like it's very graceful, you know, to have like this big blowout show in your guys' hometown at a really beautiful venue and pack it out, and then like that's when you like when you're rebranding yourself under your real name with a song that is, dude, it's beautiful, man. And like especially like you're singing, to be able to like hear that in Japanese, so good. And like it's I know we're just shooting this shit like as just, you know, just peeps in a studio, but like truly a fan of your guys's. Because like this music thing, like I'm a big fan of music and I listen to a lot of music, but like your guys is like the sound that you are creating is, there's so many layers to it, you know. Not only is it Bay Area, but it's like of your guys' culture, and not only is it that, but like there's storytelling in it now, you know. And like it's something that you could slap at the gym. It's something that you could slap when you're relaxing and whatnot. So like, you know, thank you for making some beautiful music, guys. On a real note.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you. Bro.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
What's your favorite bar that you've ever come up with? And then I'll ask you that next. Did you just pass away? Oh my god.
Short circuit.
Can I say mine first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Matrimony with cheese, bitch. I'm married to the casserole. Is mine.
Okay, break it down.
I mean, so
And why?
matrimony with cheese, macaroni and cheese, right? Like I'm married to the cheese. I'm married to the casserole. Married to the casserole.
Woo.
You know?
Yeah, that's
And these
good.
are both. I mean, I feel like a lot of my bars end up being food related, just because I don't really know why. Honestly, I think I'm just like I'm into,
Hungry.
Yeah,
hungry
In
all the
studio.
time, dude.
I have found I do make my best shit when I'm like a little hungry. You know, if I'm like satisfied.
It's metaphorical.
Yeah, sometimes you have to really want to get after it. And then I guess I end up talking about food subconsciously. But that bar, I mean, it is like high key, some like capitalist bullshit, like just being obsessed with money. But I just love the wordplay of it, to be honest. It's just like something that I was thinking of. I mean, that song isn't even out, but
Wow.
it was just the first thing that came to my mind. I'm really trying to now shift the kinds of things that I talk about, because I think things like that are like, oh, this like money obsession is such like it's easy to talk about, right? It's like something that is like everyone talks about. This is something that's like widely accepted, but I feel like, you know, there's so many other ways that we can approach shit, and that's more creative, that is gonna give people like something they haven't heard before. You know what I mean? How many fucking times have we heard somebody say something? Oh, Blue Hunnit's like Blue's Clues. Blue Hunnit's like this, whatever. Like it's just like I get tired of it personally. And I feel like I just want to hear people talk about other shit. So like the more creative we can get with talking about, at least compare it to something different, you know? I don't want to hear fucking, I just don't, I want to hear new
Tired
shit,
of
man.
hearing
So-
about like big booty bitches, money in my pocket.
But
throwing it up
it's
in
not
the
even
air.
that. It's just like the same,
Blah, blah, blah.
it's the same simile over and over again. It's like, I want to hear a new metaphor
A new way to
about
say that.
whatever it is. Like, even
What
if it is
was the
some,
thing you just said at Ollie's? Oh no, it was at Too Easy with Cam and Taheen. It
hella
was,
blues on me. I'm so emotional.
Nah. It was about the blues.
About
it was a U word.
you?
Like it starts with a U.
Undulation?
Nah. You were like, she got some. It's
Oh, she got this isn't even a good bar.
it's not. It was just like it's like what we're
she
talking
got
about.
so
like,
much back there. It's unusual.
I mean,
got
it's
so
like
many back
different
there.
ways of saying, feel me, big booty bitches. Like you can't just say that. Let's fucking play it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to find a little.
Like your own spin to it so that it can be memorable. Okay. So, and that's something that you guys cooked up with Too Easy? They're coming
Yes.
over tomorrow. So
Kevin and Taheen.
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun.
I'm
that's gonna
stoked
be a good
about
one. They're
that.
hella funny, bro.
Tell them to bring you some squinkles.
Yeah, you should tell them to bring you some squinkles.
Lucas.
Some squinkles? Okay, I'll remember
Shout
that. Some
out
squinkles.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're interesting because like I don't think I've ever seen them smile. They're usually just very like stoic when they put out their videos of like them
Really?
producing. But I know that they're probably hella funny.
Oh, funny.
Yeah,
Especially
you're
with
in
their
for
style.
you're in for a surprise,
Yeah,
my
for
boy.
sure.
I feel like
they're different. They're
damn near
off the camera.
they're like the closest to our sense of humor. So like when we were that was the first time we had all just the four of us been in a session, and it was like damn near maybe like 10% making a song and like 90% just like fucking around, bro. Like,
But that's where the best songs come. I feel like it's from those sessions where you're just hella unserious.
Well, you have
know?
to be. I've spoken about this before, but like sometimes the magic hits when you're delirious and you are just with the homies and you don't give a shit. That's why when you're collaborating with someone and making music with them, it goes beyond just the music. It's vibes, right? It's kind of like
when you're high off the high. I mean, I feel like that's why people get high when they make music. Is like because you're just more free. But if you're same type of situation. Like for us, I mean, I feel like that's why I like to be sober when I make music because I like to be able to tell, like, am I getting high off the music right now? Am I not? If this is like not making me feel good, then I'm gonna move on from it, you know.
Yeah.
But if it's something that gives me that feeling, then I'm gonna keep following that.
that's the whole reason I make music, bro. Make it slap me. It was like, damn, hell yeah, brother.
yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Well, speaking of which, did you figure out what your favorite bar was?
I didn't. I'm sad that you asked that question. Actually,
Oh man, do you want me?
I feel like I got a lot of favorite bars.
please
Why,
please
yeah.
throw them my way because that's not how my memory
I'm
works
sad
at
that
all.
you're sad that I asked that question. I was like, oh, I think this is the
Nah, I've been asked that question before, and literally it just makes my brain short circuit. I don't know
because
why.
there's too many bars. All your bars are too good.
it just blank.
Oh, you know what? This is also an unreleased song, but he said, "Bitch, I could sell a bean to the Jelly Belly factory."
That's a good one.
That's hard, man.
I get on a beat and not something but speak factually.
I get on a beat and don't tell but speak factually.
No, that first one though, I feel like that's the lineage of the Mac Dre. I could talk a fly off a piece of dookie ism. Like there's so many ways you could go with that one. I feel like it's just like that's the creativity of it. I feel like with Dre, he was always so like just outlandish with the kind of references he was making. It was like nothing is off limits. You can just go anywhere.
And so that opened doors creatively for other people.
For sure. Yeah. I feel like Lil B is like that too. Or like, I'll just stick with those two because I feel like you could not say I'm a pretty bitch on a song, but he did it. And now people say it all the time or things of that nature,
Well, sometimes you just got to take those creative risks when you don't give a fuck once again.
Beautiful, beautiful art, man.
I mean, that's the same thing with like comedy, right? Like I'd like to think of myself as like a comedic guy. And like I like to think of that I have some jokes and it's all risk. And sometimes my best humor comes out when I'm with the homies because I don't give a fuck. That's when that filter's gone. Or when I say something outlandish, not super offensive, but like outlandish.
You gotta walk that line for sure for things to be funny. Like you can't just say, if you go too far, then it's like, oh, damn, you took it too far. But you have to be like right up to that line where people are a little uncomfortable, but they like want to laugh too because it's just like so ridiculous.
I can tell that's kind of like where your humor is, like where you want to push the boundary a little bit.
For sure, I'm definitely a line pusher.
What do you think it is about you two that people really started to fuck with? Because when you're first making it, it's just like shit that you're making, and then like it's kind of just a surprise. But like there is something so distinct about your guys' sound and brand and the way you guys present yourself. What do you think it is?
I think it's because we're both really handsome.
Could be that. Could be that for sure.
You want to go?
I was gonna say, I feel like it's just like, I don't know, like I guess like the diversity of the sound, but also just like of our approach to it, I guess. Cause like we grew up, feel me, like he said, like listening to like the player shit, like Mac Dre, feel me, E40, all that shit. But like,
yes,
we have such a different approach to music. You know what I mean? Like not taking it hella seriously. Not that, feel me, saying that like other people take it way too seriously, but like,
no, they do though. There's a lot of people that take their shit way too seriously, and it's corny, and I don't like it.
You don't have to look at me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we just, be alleviating the pressure, and then, feel me,
some people are not making it fun
the pressure
anymore.
formulates in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I feel like it's just about having fun with it, and I think that's why, like, I mean, our first song that it was Trapanese, and that even though it was a meme, even though it was like, really just, it wasn't so serious, and it was because it was his third song ever that it was something that people really connected with, because it's like there's just like an honesty there. There's like I'm not seasoned in this. I'm not like trying to do something crazy. There's a reason why people love hearing Andre 3000 play the flute.
Yeah,
kind of bad, but like like technically bad, but there's so much like soul and feeling there because he's just like saying it exactly how it is. Like you look at a baby, there's no fucking filter. There's just joy or sadness or whatever feeling they're feeling. There's no like filter over it. And I feel like when you don't take shit so seriously, or when you're just like doing it just to do it, you are able to be way more honest about anything. And I feel like that's what good music, any type of art is just honesty, just being like, this is what it is, and I'm just gonna try to get that feeling across as clearly as possible. You know?
I feel like low key, like the concept of like AI art, you know what I mean, kind of like explains that. Like at the end of the day, we're people, and the shit that we crave more than anything is connection. So like when people listen to music to feel me, like feel seen, and like hear other people's experiences and know that they're, you know what I mean, have kinship with them through their music. So like if they hear your music and they really fuck with it, and then you're also a human being, like outwardly a human being, just being honestly yourself, that they can see clearly that you are who they're like associating with the music, then it just completes the circle, you know what I mean? And then you can, they really can feel you on that and feel felt type shit.
Yeah. Damn. Beautiful. Couldn't have said it better. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you guys have been told how I usually end these podcasts, but I do have a comedy background in improv.
All right.
Most of my guests have been down to do it. Either that, or I usually sometimes if people don't want to do improv, sometimes we throw on a beat and we freestyle on this, just get real silly. But
Down for some improv.
if you guys want to do some
neat.
improv, that's how I usually end this shit.
All right.
And the way that this works is that it could be based off of anything and everything that we spoke about in today's episode, or it could be based off of nothing at all, or we could get a suggestion off of the ASEAN, which is what I did before.
I mean, low-key, have we been improving this whole time?
Kind of ish, yeah. This would just be a scene where we are not us, though. Or we could be us in
I see
like
what
a
you're saying.
fictitious type of thing.
I obviously don't understand the concept of improv.
You know, give like an action or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the word is band handle-izer.
The word is band handle-izer?
We're not freestyling though. What do we do with that word?
So what
Just
is a band
inspire.
handle-izer?
Oh.
So we can create a scene around that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to figure that out. But yeah, without further ado, it can't be that bad. And then I put some applause. All right, I'm looking through your guys's. Bless you. Okay, not in the studio, please. Okay, all right, okay. All right.
Wait. I'm a little sick. He's sick with it.
Then why are you getting close to me?
Because I need some band sanitizer.
You need some band sanitizer?
Sand sanitizer for my band.
Some handle-izer.
I think I understand what you guys are saying. Okay.
He's handleizing my bands, and he's been handleizing them for so long that,
Yeah.
you know, the money gets dirty. He needs some sand sanitizer for himself.
Yeah, hand sanitizer. I'm glad that you asked for my Ben 10 stickered hand sanitizer. It's my
what we
favorite
need.
show growing up. Okay, so here, put your hand out.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna communally pass this over here. Oh, thank you. very
All right,
much.
communally.
My palms are itching.
They're itching.
Knees weak, arms are heavy.
I think I'm understanding what you're. Nah, that's not copyright. Yeah, you could say that. All right, so it says right here you guys are a duo, right? And you guys are trying to audition to open up for Luzi.
We want to be handleizing the bands, however, so we cannot be performing in front of this show unless we're handleizing the bands, if you are getting what I'm saying.
So you want more say in the flow of money, or you're not doing the show.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I think I'm understanding. Okay, what's your guys' duo name?
Well, my name is Mr. Handleizer, and this is Band Sanitiz.
Mr. Handleizer and Band Sanitiz.
Mr.
Okay.
Santan Mr. That's Mr. to you, Mr.
Mr. Band Sanitizer and Mr.
Handsome bands.
Handsome Bands. Guys, I'm not going to lie. This has been a very stressful interview. So I don't really know what to do with this. You promised me that you could sell out this show if I book you guys.
But what's on the books is us.
And we're not sellouts.
Okay, that's good to know. I would. It seems that you guys do have a very indie pop rock background, so I don't think you're sellouts. You guys each have 500 followers on Instagram, so I don't know what you're selling out, but I don't know.
He's still sniffling. I think he needs some more band hand sanitizer, bandalizer, please.
I'm just sick with it.
He's just sick with it.
Just,
I'll use it for myself.
Is that contagious? Okay, all right. Being sick with it, is that contagious at all?
If
you wanna come-
of you.
If you want to come sign to us, the band we can handleize your bands for you if you would sanitize them with us.
That sounds like a scam. That sounds like you want me to clean your money.
If you want us to scam the scamalizer, sand sanitizer, we can scam your band handleizer for you. But that's all we need.
Cut to their childhood to as an origin story of how they started talking like this.
So, back in the day, it was us. We were sitting in the grass. It was you and me. We were doing what we asked. I was eating a snail. I was doing everything that you could ask me to do. I was opening the mail. It was you and me. Me and you. Who is you? 2 is 2 and plus 4. We were at elementary school. I need some background vocals from my dude. Okay, we're still here in childhood. I was wildin' out, I had a big smile. Good, it's you and me. We back in preschool. I was like, oh my god, who is these dude? We made a duo, you know, but we did not have no lingo, so we had to repeat those same syllables back again. Once again, it was me, just and my friend. Then we grew up, do what we need need to. I see through all the bullshit and make do with all the blue hundreds that we spoke to. If we go through this same timeline, we will understand you. A handle-izers, the sand dude. I'm a sand dune rider. I'm a snow diver. Oh my God, Mr. MacGyver, he had to slider, slithering, sribber with flibber gliber.
And come back. You guys kind of just zoned out right there for a good 30 seconds.
What happened?
That tends to happen when you don't have the right quality of sand sanitizer for Mr. Van Handelizer. He's just not able to handle any kind of handleizer that isn't specifically scammed for his man hands.
Cut to band sanitizer. He's gonna come up with the monologue as we slowly zoom in on his face.
You know, back when I was young, I would see some cheese on a board. I was like, damn, man, that cheese look hella good. I need to get me some of that shit. Come to find out, I reach for the cheese. Smatter that!
And then cut back to reality. You guys, I don't know. You guys just, I see a bunch of heroin needles next to you guys. Is that kind of what's explaining what's going on? I'm just trying to have a decent conversation here.
It's actually part of a new drop shipping business we've just started up.
But they look used. They look used.
So just logistics of the business.
Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna sign you guys. You guys are gonna be opening up for Lil Uzi next Saturday at Cornerstone, and it's gonna be at 8 p.m. Are you guys good for that?
Oh, you don't sign the sick-witted Sandman hands riser. He signs you.
Okay, whatever it means, whatever you guys got to do, I'm putting you guys on board. Cut to the performance. Woo! That was really good.
Thank you. We are Hannibal the Lizer, Sand Sanitizer, Mr. Van Handelizer, and we're here for you.
And scene. Okay, I don't know what the fuck just happened. But that's improv.
Is that improv? Is that what improv?
Basically, yeah. That's kind of like we just did a scene out of nothing.
I fuck with improv.
It's fun, dude. It taught me how to talk to girls. Cool. Thanks for the validation, guys. Something worked. I'm engaged. Cool. Deeply appreciate it. But for real, thanks for coming through, guys. Thanks for talking about life. Thanks for talking about your brotherhood. Thanks for talking about your family and music and whatnot. However I could help on your guys' journey, this is what I got. I got a skill set, and however I could help propel that, hit me up. You guys know where I live. That sounds like a threat to myself. But yeah.
We know where you live.
We're just gonna need 100% splits on the royalties of this video.
Okay. This whatever dollar bills this makes, you guys can have it.
I feel like the improv hasn't ended. We're still
I don't. Once
we're
you
still
start
in
that
the
up,
prov.
no.
You guys are method actors. That's why. You guys are basically I don't know. You guys could be Joker. Anyway, no, thanks for coming through, really. One more thing before you guys get out of here. If you guys could look into the barrel of the camera and leave the audience with a phrase of saying, a piece of advice that they could go about their day with that reminds them that it can't be that bad. And it'll be this camera.
Gohan otabete baka.
And that right there, friends, means eat rice, dummy, if you didn't understand. So what he's really saying is, make sure you guys eat healthy, take care of yourselves. I'd like to say also, man, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, your family, bro. Just be kind. Don't do any dumb
Past
shit,
is
man.
in the past. The future is unknown. Just be here.
The present is a gift. That's why they call it the present. But hey, man, for real, take care of yourself, your community. There's a lot of great people out here that are doing amazing work. So please just go tap into your own community in the Bay, people's programs. Fucking, that's really all I can say. There's a lot of other amazing work. I'm trying to think what can I do, man. Who else? Who else can we shout out on here?
Just water your garden, bring people in.
Yes.
Don't close the doors on anyone who doesn't feel me. If they want to be a part of what you're doing and they're in the right place, mind, body, and soul, then let them be a part of it.
Yeah, man. It can't be that bad. Just do it, man.
Beautiful. Thanks for coming through, guys. Deeply appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you. And until next time, Yasion, thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
Wow.
Peace.
Can't be that bad, oh.